What it is, YouTube, you know what it is. It's your boy Damus. Okay, check it out. So, today I wanted to show y'all a little something that I feel that is drastically important in starting not only your DJ company, but just maybe getting things together so you could actually go to a gig. So check that out. Alright, so we're back. Alright, so check this out. On this top one, I have two boxes. I have this one, and then I have one underneath. Now, there's one thing underneath that needs to be in this box, which goes in this box, and I have these little guys. Let me show you these little guys. I have two of them, but I wanted to show you an up-close look at them. They're actually about that big. Got them from Amazon. I got two of these for kids parties. I don't use these for weddings. These are for kids parties and stuff like that, because kids have a lot more fun with these in gyms. They turn out a lot better in gyms than they would per se a wedding. I only use these for gyms, for kids, for parties. I don't use them for adult parties because they're more kiddie style fonts in them. Then I got these right here. I got these little lights right here. They're like a octagon light. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the octagon lights. They have a DMX on the back. You can actually plug DMX on there if you would like. I choose not to, but I can get the. I am gonna get the donors and all that. The wireless ones. I will get them soon. For these are my uplights. I use them for uplights. Then I got this guy right here. It's just four, and it came with some pretty Velcro straps that I'm going to use to actually go, and this is going to be fixed. When I get a chance, I'm going to actually put this on the bar, and this ain't going to come off the bar. The lights will come off the bar, but this will stay on it. And I'm going to fix it to the bar on top. And I'm going to figure that all out. I'm thinking about building a wire box for them, and maybe showing y'all a thing or two about that in upcoming events. That's that. Now this one right here is the other one that I have. I have a smaller one too. They're derby lights. This one's out-tad, and the other one's a katana, a mini katana. And this is actually DMX. All of my lights are DMX, believe it or not, except the two dome lights that I have that I use. These lights right here. These lights right here that I use. I can't take them out of the box. They're Christmassy type decoration lights. I use them. They work fantastic. They got every color in the spectrum. The derby lights has yellow, and this one's red, white, and blue, and green. Okay. Now, let me put this back in there. Now, this next box here is the box that I have everything in, and I was digging through it earlier, so it's kind of out of whack. The microphones are in the other room, so because I'm using a microphone now, but this one right here has all my wiring, extra wiring. This has all the wiring that you would use. It has every kind of different device that you would use. You need to get a separate, that's a pro tip, you need to get a separate box for that. Separation. Separate wires. Get all kinds of wires that you think that you wouldn't need, but you might need. Because venues and all kinds of stuff down here, there's a couple of venues that you have to have wiring to hook up to your system because they don't take your speakers. And this guy, he goes in this box right here. I'll put him in this box right now while I'm at it. That's where the fog machine goes. Yeah, it fits. Okay. And then I have a keyboard. I have a keyboard when I do karaoke. Since coronavirus, what I'm going to do with the keyboard from now on is I'm going to get some, plastic, and I'm going to wrap them in plastic. And after every person uses it, I'm just going to wipe it down. This is later on down the road because right now we ain't doing nothing. But when it does happen, this is going to be a practice that I'm going to start doing. Everything's going to be wiped down no matter what. So that's probably going to be a practice amongst DJs now. Masks 100% of the time for the next 10 years, I guess. I don't know if that's exaggerating, but to me that ain't exaggerating. That's my life. And then this is actually a 3.5 to RCA wire. I have it in the and then I have this. I have 1/4 inch to 3.25. I use this. I have it in here because I was using it for live stream, but I use this for my controller. I plug my controller into the booth out, and I actually record through booth out. It's kind of a trick that I learned. I tried it and it works. And basically what I do is I go to a gig and I record the whole gig. And I have the whole gig of me mixing. And a lot of people like to listen, believe it or not. Then here's my extra microphones. This is the original for fine. This is actually the K036s. There's 2 of them. They're the professional karaoke brand microphones, and I have 2 of them. And I have extra wires in here, more wiring in here. I got wire over. Got electrical tape in here. I have whiteout in here. I have everything in here that I need. The whiteout, another pro tip, the whiteout is used when I go to a gig and I approach the bride and groom, and when I talk to them, I troubleshoot the list real quick, and I will hit them real hard and heavy real quickly. Usually I try to do the groom because the bride's mind somewhere else. The groom is the best one to hit. He kind of knows what's going on. The bride knows more because that's what a woman does anyway. But this is a pro tip. Go to the groom and ask him some information. You want to make sure that you get the proper pronunciation of the bride, the proper pronunciations of the groom's name. The groomsmen's, you want to make sure that you get the proper pronunciation for them. And the bridesmaids, you want to get the proper pronunciations. Make sure that you have the proper pronunciations, because if you don't, you look like a total jackass. And then you get a review on Yelp slamming you, saying that you didn't take the time, but you've took the time. Is that a question or what? Anyway, so this stuff goes back in, and then I have a 50-foot HDMI wire, 25-foot XLR cable, 25-foot XLR cable, 25-foot XLR cable, then I have a computer 25-foot computer plug wire, 25-foot computer plug wire. Then I have this little guy right here. It goes to the fog machine. Then I have this for my Canon. I do have a Canon that I use too to shoot. This is what I used to use doing my vlogs. I'm kind of thinking about when I do the walk-ups and stuff. This camera that I'm using now is going to probably be more for the gig itself. But anyway, we'll get there when that comes. It's in the box, so I know what it is. Then I have these. The ProRec 360s. I have two and they're black. Now this faded off in the distance beyond stage. It actually only covers three. It doesn't go all the way around, so it's not really a 360. I got this away. Another pro tip: when you're washing stuff, make sure you wash whites with whites and blacks with blacks. If not, you end up with black deal. And then that's the tour of that. Let me show you something else real quick. Another little doodad that I have is this little guy right here. It goes to everywhere I go. Screwdrivers, parts, file sets, wrenches, you name it. Screw bits, screwdrivers, chucks, odds and ends. It's always with me. And I have these little guys right here. They're a little piece of Velcro. I keep them because I never know when I'm going to need them. I'll show you this real quick. Usually this is how it goes, but that actually, the black and yellow box goes in the black and yellow box. Then this one right here, I usually carry with me too. It's something to dust off my controller with, and then more wire and more. But I carry this too. More tools, more screwdriver bits. I actually have a screwdriver that belongs in here that has a removable head, so I can pick what head I want. This usually goes in the box too. And then I have the speaker stands, the clutch They're clutch speaker stands. I got them from iDJ Now with my controller and everything. They're really good. Now, the tip I have for these were one of the stands was sluggish. It was horrible. It took me forever to get it loose. Now that it's loose, it'll work, but it took me forever, and I would have to use my knees and push down and push up and use all my force to get it closed. But I kept on WD-40 it and it works perfect now. Now this right here, I actually took this bag from, this actually doesn't have the gel up anymore. You saw that the other day in my other video. That's the video with the screen. Well, that's what this is for. It's for the screen, but instead I put my speakers, I put my light stand and T-bar in there. So that's what this bag is. Okay. And then I have these. You probably won't see none of these lying around anywhere. This is actually if it's a 1 inch dowel rod, and it goes all the way down. And what my friend did was he built these speaker stands for his speakers. He gave them to me later on, but this is my speaker stands, original speaker stands that I started out with. They're maybe 2.5 feet off the ground, but I still keep them. I use them a lot. I use them when I'm doing a split system. This guy, man, it's been a 7 cent. This is Signia 32-inch TV. Like I said, when you measure something, you measure from here to here, and you get the proper. But this thing, man, is taking a licking. It's like the Timex commercials. If you're old as me, from the 80s, it said, takes the licking but keeps on ticking. Well, this thing, baby, man, it's taking a licking. Okay, so then I have a backup bag, and then I have the main bag. If y'all see it, this is my main laptop bag. And then, this is another one that y'all need to get. This right here. It's a cooler. A cooler for colder. Their pro tip. Get a cooler. Fill it full of ice. Put water and Gatorade in it. And when you go to the gig, make sure you use the water and the Gatorade in the gig in it. Don't rely on the client. Don't rely on the client. Rely on yourself. Trust me. That's a big pro tip. Then this thing right here I built. Okay, so what ended up happening is it's messed up. It's not working correctly. So what I'm going to do is, this is exactly the size I need, and I'm going to build the frames. And I got one more thing here to show you. The Heaven Sends. And then that thing up there, right here, is actual table screw. And then I have the Gemini 15s. If you like what you hear, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't like what you hear, hit the dislike button. And go ahead and ring the bell for notifications, so you get more videos just like this. And just like we see down here. Hit it,